A few months ago, I bought this barn with 50,000 video games.
50,000 games, systems, everything. If you guys want to buy everything, I'll give you a deal on everything too.
So, how do you feel, Chase? You just bought a game store.
Well, like 5 game stores.
We finally come back, and it's time to start getting everything else out of here. We've still got about 35,000 games left. Justin, the owner, has been gracious enough to let us store the stuff here, but now I'm starting to feel a sense of urgency to get everything gone, and we have a ton of work to do. Let's dive in. In the months soon after we bought the barn, we started clearing out a lot of the high-end items. We sold about 5,000 games in May on Whatnot. Also sold 7,000 games at my garage sale. Those were lower-end games that we wanted to clear out. And then I've sold about 3,000 miscellaneous games on Amazon and eBay. So that leaves us with all of these, still 35,000 games. There's still tons of high-end items. We still got a bunch of Nintendo games here. We got all sorts of games, Sega games, probably like 7,000 Sega games. We barely touched those. Task 1, Alpal. A big part of the reason I was able to bring on Alpal full time was because of this barn. This is his first time here 2 months in.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Your first task, Alpal, we have 650 Atari games that are already spoken for. The person that these are going to is Brad, and he is the one that told us about this barn. It's a by appointment only game store that's an hour away from our house, which is why we don't come very often, because guess it ain't cheap. You guys know that. Brought us some GameCube games worth 650 bucks. I said, I'll just give you 650 Atari games because he loves Atari. All right, so Alpal, load up 650 Atari games. Hopefully they'll all fit in that box. And Sky Guy, let's go look at what else we're gonna search through and pack up today, including a lot of this Sega stuff and some surprises. So what is our goal for today? I think what we need to do is go to the Saturn, CD, and Genesis section. I think Alex will organize them on a shelf based on value, $5 to $10, $10 to $20, $20 to $30, $30 to $40, that type of thing. So I've got my van, we can fill that floor to ceiling, and we've got these tubs to put everything in. Hopefully these will go a long ways in that task. And later we realize we need to grab a lot more than just Sega games, so we make a huge move with all the Nintendo cartridges. We love Nintendo, people love Nintendo, but we've done videos on that, we've done a lot of that. Today we really want to focus on Sega, and I know there's a lot of Sega fans out there,
and there's not a lot of people that know enough about Sega, and
right,
they're passing up good stuff.
Even us, like, there's a lot to learn. There's going to be a lot to learn today, a lot of cool games to see. I'm curious to see what the most valuable Sega cartridge is. I'm curious to see what the most valuable Saturn and CD game is, and just kind of things to look for when organizing these games. And Alex is going to get those organized by value, so we're going to be able to see what the best stuff is. That being said, we have picked through some of it in the past, but I think there's going to be a lot of sleepers that we haven't found. Alex will spend hours on doing that. You're going to see his hours of work in minutes.
Stop complaining, Alex.
All right, so sorry. I'll bring this back to the Sega section. And for those that don't know, I've been reselling for 20 years. And that means I started when I was 8 years old. I sold my first thing on eBay when I was 8 years old. I was going to garage sales with Granny every weekend. It had to be interesting for those people when a little 8-year-old came up trying to negotiate on sports cards and video games at their garage sale.
Did you wear Hawaiian shirts and fanny packs?
I wish I did. I did not. I was a pretty normal looking kid. The business has grown and transformed over the years to the point where I can't explain it other than God's blessing and just like being here again. It's very surreal. This is the biggest deal by far that I've ever made. I can't explain it. I don't understand it. I'm thankful beyond words, and I realize that this is insane. But we have to figure it out because we're here now. Thankfully, I have you guys that are interested in video games.
And we're big and strong.
And you're big and strong. Yeah, I need that.
How many we got so far?
390?
Liar! He's about halfway done with that. I wanted to focus on Sega games. One, because average value per game of like Sega Saturn and Sega CD is really high. And we've got a lot of them. So this is gonna continue to help keep that cash flow going. And if you've seen our recent videos, you know that we need cash flow because we've been buying stuff like crazy. We haven't gone through these Sega Genesis cartridges at all. And I'm sure there's some crazy ones in here. Probably 1,000 right here easily. We're gonna put Alex on that job pretty soon. So Alex, I'll let you know what you're doing next here in a bit. So we're right here in front of Sega Saturn. This is a great place to start because I'm already seeing there's a ton of great games here. Like, you know, Battle Arena Toshinden Remix. Some of these are original seals. Some are not. Like this one, for example, is not. That's been a little bit difficult to deal with because we found some that are legit and some that are not. They were game stores. Some of the game stores put seals around their games even when they were used.
Yeah, 5 game stores condensed into
5
this
game
place.
stores. Yeah, so many games. Like DEF CON 5. Just a lot of nice $40, $50 games here. Like cool games like Iron Man. I mean, come on now. So this is a great section to start with. And one thing about buying this barn, this game barn, this has really enabled the dream to be able to build my own barn for reselling, for us to run the business out of, to make more content, sell more games. It's actually gonna start at the end of August. So that's very crazy, very surreal. This barn enabled that. So selling the games from this one and building up those profits, we sold about $100,000 on Whatnot in May.
That's in sales.
That's in sales. Half of the net went straight towards the fund to build our resale barn. So thank you for everybody that helped us build the barn. We still need a large chunk of change to cover the rest of it.
So let's grab some of these guys.
Yeah, so I would say these are definitely solid. DEFCON 5, Siberia. I do want to organize them by price. I'll put these to the forefront for Alex to look up. So up here will be like $50 or more or something. And then 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. And hopefully we'll have a lot on this top shelf.
So, Alex, about how many games do we have now?
619.
619?
Oh, wow.
Shoot, we're really close. This is a big box.
Yep.
Do you need help?
Nope.
You big strong man. Are you pushing with your back?
Of course.
So one of the things we look for in Sega Saturn games. Hi, Alpal.
Oh, hello. Sorry.
You're good.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
Ooh.
Collectors are looking for fully complete with the registration card is big on Sega Saturn. The manual has a registration card. If it's still attached, it adds value. And then if it has the styrofoam, that would be like fully complete. And that's what collectors are generally looking for.
I just made these handy dandy organizers, and we're gonna put them on the shelves so you guys know what is what. So while Alpal is going through those games, Chase and I are going through Sega Genesis, and we're running into a problem. We used to have internet out here in the barn.
Yeah, back when this place was by appointment, he had internet, but there's no longer internet. So we're gonna have to figure that out.
Because normally we would use the eBay app to scan this part of a game.
Yep.
You can scan it and it'll instantly pull up, sold listings if you have those filters selected.
Yeah, you can literally lock the sold listing filter for those that don't know. And then you can go to completed and sold, hit the little lock icon next to those, and then every time you look something up, it will only show sold listings, because that is really what matters, not listed price. People can ask whatever they want. What it's selling for is what you want to go off of, and that's what Alpal is doing right now.
Knowing big games for each console to look for is really important. One that I know, because we found it here, is Rocket Knight Adventures.
Yep.
We found 6 of those
Yeah.
in their cases here. We've taken them all.
High
Yeah.
demand, good game.
I think it's like 80 to 100, and that'd be one to look for. These X-Men games. This is kind of
X-Men 2 is
interesting.
probably decent. Alien Storm, I know that is good, especially if complete. Obviously, cartridge only makes a big difference. 132 games on this top shelf. I just counted.
So that's 130, 260, 390, 520, 910.
Just call it basically 1,000.
1,000.
Comfortably 1,000 cartridges on this one
And that's
shelf.
just cartridges.
This one looks very interesting. Wolf Child. So this is probably a good one. Obviously, complete makes a big difference, but so right now I'm gonna separate the ones that I think are good, like $20 plus. Hopefully, we'll put those in a tub so that Sky Guy can go up front where there's service, look them all up, and separate them based on their stacks up there. Best game so far?
This one's actually surprisingly 40 to 50.
That is Kobe's rookie cover right there. Sports game list, NBA Action 98. If that was legit sealed, we would be sitting on something.
But is it? Oh, there's
It's
a
legit.
handgun.
It's legit. Yo, we got Kobe's rookie cover sealed. This is massive.
So here's how you can tell if a game has a legit. Well, one, having the hang tab
That's the reason for
is huge. Also, there are vent holes. You can see them coming right down.
Yeah, vent holes are great. A great indicator for authentic sealed sports games, especially of notable people.
That's huge.
Like Kobe, and this is his rookie cover, meaning it was the first game he was ever on. It's 30 to 40 used. You finding anything sealed?
Not sold.
So we got somebody asking 800 for a graded sealed one, but 9.6, somebody's asking 2,900.
But the one that's not graded.
Ungraded 950. That's asking. This one's in decent condition. Seal has some minor tears, but the case, any cracks?
Doesn't look like it.
Honestly, we need to bring this up front, put some bubble wrap on it, because I think minimum it's a $500 game.
I
Attaboy.
found that.
Yeah, you did. That's sweet.
So I have this big bin right here. Okay, filled with games that I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna stack them right here on this. Apparently, these chickens want to help. Hey, I got a rooster. You want games? You want games? You can't go through that way, bud. Come on out. It's okay. I'll have to get the door for him. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Come on. Come on. Come around. Come around. Come on. Nope. Nope. You can't go through that way.
What is it? I thought it was a dog.
Nope. Nope. Come on. Yep. There we go. Yeah. Hey, don't back talk me. All right, so I have my first game here. This is Batman Forever. This one's in better condition, but even still, I would call it sub $10. So I'm gonna put it in a stack of $5 to $10 games. Chuck Rock, $12. Boom, here we go. Our first super solid one. We have Doom Troopers. It's actually Mutant Chronicles Doom Troopers. Looks like just the cartridge is sold for like 40, 45 in good condition. Even one went for 60 apparently. Complete. Just went for, oh my gosh, 150 bucks.
This is a 50+ game. First one. This game is $40 to $50. This game is $30 to $40, and we got 12 of them. These 6 are 30 to 40, and this one, legit seal, 50+, 50+. And we have 5 of them, 50+. This one is 50+. Found this, 40 to 50. Found this game, $100+, 2 of them. This game is around $100.
At this point, we've been walking around and pricing a lot of video games. I went around and found sealed games and other high-end items. Well, I found quite a lot of sealed games, but it's taking a lot longer than expected. We have about 2 hours left being here. I've got about 10 bins, maybe some more cardboard boxes to get the van full. I think what we're gonna do is grab every Nintendo and Super Nintendo game. There's probably about 2,000 left, give or take. We're gonna get all those in bins, start there, then we're gonna go. Thank you for editing, Sam. So let's get to it. We've been buying a lot recently, and it's super important to keep the business cash flow strong. Nintendo games are the quickest sellers, so with the short time we have left, we loaded up every single Nintendo and Super Nintendo cartridge in the building. But there's still one thing we gotta do, and that's finish going through the Sega games. So Alpal finished the Sega Saturn section. It took a good portion of the day, but we got it all valued out based on price. So these games all up here are worth $50 or more. Some of the best ones include this Nights into Dreams. Those are, I think, over $100. You got Battle Arena Toshinden. Some of these are actually factory sealed. And then the banger, the massive one of the lot, NBA Action 98. I'm so stoked about that one. Sealed. Should be at least 500 bucks. And then all of these, I add up the values, and including that one for 500, we're sitting at $5,500 on just this one shelf. Fully valued out conservatively. I went by the minimum value, even though it says 30 to 40. I added those as 30. Really good, really encouraging to see. Sega CD and Genesis, we still have to get to, but I'll tell you what, we also packed up 16 boxes into the van. We got a ton more stuff done, just random things around here. So we're 3 steps closer to clearing out the barn and 1 step closer to building our own barn. Make sure to check out this video where we bought all 50,000 of these games.